Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So in this reading, I want to look at what to expect in the economic situation for the US and the UK in 2025. What could we expect? A few weeks ago, about a month ago now, I did a reading as to why the outcome of the general elections wouldn't matter. Simply because at that time, the timeline we were on was talking about, really a tough financial situation for us all that was coming up and that was ahead. So I just want to delve a bit, and I gave a few tips and advice that I had channeled from my spirit guide team as to how we can navigate the economic uncertainty that was positioned at that time to us, that was presented at that time based on the timeline we were on. Okay, so I wanted to do another reading, just going more in depth, because in that reading I'd only focus on the USA. In this reading I want to focus on both economies, US and the UK economy, particularly as over here in the UK we had a presentation of the mini budget on what to expect from the Labour Party. It's the first time they're presenting a budget in 14 years because the Conservatives have been in power for that duration. We have the first female Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, but after that budget no one really cares whether she's the first female Chancellor or not, because that budget was biting. And it just goes to show what I was saying in that reading where I said the outcome of the elections would not matter. In that reading I said to you guys that I was told, like, I wanted to leave my job and focus on this full time, and my spirit guides had told me no, you need to stay put because we have some challenging times ahead. And I was glad that I did, because looking at this this UK budget, it's a lot. It's like, wow. National insurance contributions are going up, taxes are going up, rates on pensions are going up. It's like, wow, corporate tax is going up. I'm just like, oh my lord, like, it's really pinching. So in light of all of this, spirit guides, guardian angels, please protect myself, please protect and bless those viewing this reading. May we channel messages on this topic coming, what to expect for 2025. May we only channel messages of the highest frequency, of the highest light, of the highest truth, of the highest accuracy. May we channel messages to provide inspiration and insight on how the collective could not lean into fear, but how the collective could use this as an opportunity to become more awakened, to become more grounded, to provide tips and advice on how we could not be affected by the economic situation that's coming up for us. Give us insights, even though we know it's a collective and a general reading, give us insights on what we need to do. What we should take heed of, to not resort to fear, but to turn inwards and be empowered in this time. And as always, may any advice that is given be used to elevate and expand the conscious awareness of the collective. Thank you very much. There's a listlessness to expect in 2025. As we know, inflation is going to continue to be an issue here. Definitely, I'm picking that up loud and clear with this. There's a listlessness, there's a discontent with the way things are. I'm being told, people wanting more and people expecting their money to go further than it's currently going, is what I'm also seeing. I'm seeing a lot of people, more people than ever, starting up, really this is what I was channeling when I was doing the prayer, if you like, and cleansing my cards and setting the intention for this reading. What they're starting to give me the advice right off the bat. What they're saying is going to be key here is really focusing on what makes you happy, like focusing on jobs and opportunities that don't feel like work. If you know that you're in a situation and you're working and it doesn't feel like work for you, you're in the right, and it sings and it makes your heart and your soul feel alight, then you're in the right place. If, however, you're in a, like many of us, you're in a situation where you unfortunately don't have that opportunity, they're saying that starting a side business, or starting, even if it doesn't have to be a side business, just starting a hobby or just doing something that you are passionate about and makes your heart sing and feels easy for you, is something that you need to do and you need to pick up. The reason they're saying for this is because it's going to help raise your vibration and raise your energy frequency so that you're able to attract good things to you and to make it easier to shift out of like the career or economic dependent situation that you're in that's not lighting you up. All right, so that's the first message. I hope that makes sense. I was just channeling it, and that's another thing. So we are getting ascended masters and archangels. They're very present in this reading, and I could see them literally stepping to the forefront in my mind's eye. So some of these messages, yep, I'm interpreting the cards. Messages I'm going to be channeling directly from them, and sometimes when I channel I don't know what I'm saying. Like I tune out and they take over. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. There is definitely the opportunity. This is going to be quite an uplifting reading, by the way, Queen of Pentacles. There is definitely an opportunity here. There is no need to be afraid or no need to fear. They're showing me again, and I've said this in previous readings, especially my political ones, there is a separation. There are two worlds. There's an awakening. There's a splitting of realities, however you choose to interpret it. Your energy vibration is your energy vibration, your mental and emotional and spiritual vibrational frequency is what's going to create your reality. You're going to feel this particularly like ever before. The awakening is here, the split is here. If you choose to believe, if you choose to be afraid, and if you choose to lean into that fear, that is the reality that's going to be created for you. Your vibration frequency, particularly the vibration frequency of those viewing this channel and those who are subscribers of this channel, your vibration frequency, your ability to control and manipulate your environment and your reality through your vibration frequency is very high. Your reality is very sensitive to your vibration frequency. So if you choose to lean into that fear, then turbulence is what is going to be created around you. This is a period where you need to turn inwards and trust yourself and trust your gut instinct. This is where, when you do that, and when you make the conscious decision to do that, that will awaken your innate intuition. That will awaken your connection with your higher self. That would further awaken and further strengthen your connection with God, your connection with Source, your connection with Jesus, Joshua, Buddha, whatever your conviction and your orientation is, it's going to strengthen that. What I'm saying with the Six of Swords here, this is confirming it. Six of Swords talks about moving out and being guided out of troubled waters. Red is depicting your root chakra, your base chakra, your security, your ability to put a roof over your head, your ability to afford to pay your bills, to have your meals. Maslow's law of, oh my God, where am I going with this? Of being able to accommodate your basic needs for survival. That's what this is showing. Those viewing this reading have, oh my goodness, look at that, the Ace of Pentacles as well. You have the innate ability to pull yourself. They're showing me rain. It's going to take, for some of you, transition, movement from situations that have an energy vibration that you are not in alignment with anymore. If you are experiencing issues with your job issues with your job, I'm seeing movement, or you're being called on seeing how within that situation you could change the energy frequency of it. Many times when we feel captured or trapped in a situation, we always have a choice. The choice is never black or white, one option or the other, but many times the choice lies in between. The choice lies in shades of gray. The choice lies in creating opportunities for yourself, creating solutions for yourself, even in circumstances where you may not be immediately happy. This is particularly for those who you're not able to leave your job right away. For a lot of you with the Queen of Pentacles in this economic climate, there is going to be the opportunity for career advancements. If you are in a situation where that is career advancements, and for any ideas that you have, this is a really good time to plant the seeds and have it grow. I'm being told for a lot of you is going back to basics, going back to the earth, going back to the soil. Some of you, just let me know whether that means anything for you. That's just what I'm being told. Again, there is going to be a lot of financial stress and turmoil. I'm being told here that in the US, we may begin to feel it, but not so much in early 2025, because that is sort of like a honeymoon period, if you like. We're going to feel it more towards the coming down to the end of 2025, going into 2026. That's where we're really going to start feeling it. So in this breathing space period, you're being advised not to get complacent. You're being advised not to get complacent, not to drink the Kool-Aid, literally, and seeing Kool-Aid colors that they're offering you. But really use this opportunity to make hay while the sun shines, because the sun's not going to be shining for that long, because towards the end of 2025 going into 2026, that's where shiz is going to get real, is what I'm picking up on here. Okay, they're showing me in my mind's eye homes and interest rates. Continue to watch that, because inflation, they may be saying that interest rates are going to stay stable, but inflation keeps on growing. So there may be an interest rate increase, but there is a balance that needs to be done here, because there is a delicate balance with homeowners and insurance, and not wanting to create is it 2006 recession? Correct me if I'm wrong, they're giving me the date 2006. I hope that's correct. I don't think it was 2009, it's 6, right? That's what they're giving me. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So just to finish up my last message, make hay while the sun shines. You know, whether you want to have multiple income streams, whether you need to make improvements on your home, fix up your home, whether you want to flip your home, you know, sell what you have and then downsize to something smaller, whether you want to move country and set up somewhere else, whether you want to start gaining skills to transition, either going on a course or going back to uni or whatever it is, to transition into something else. They're saying now is the time to do that. Like from the beginning of 2025, you have 7 months, they're giving me, to really start putting things in order. Right? Because they're telling me from the middle towards the latter part of 2025, that's where things are going to really start to bite. Okay. Guys, again, I'm channeling, I'm not remembering what I'm saying. I'm not remembering, but I'm not here for, I'm not present for part of what I'm saying. I'm just doing a straight stream channel. So I can't build a question on that because I don't have anything to build on. I can't remember anything, right? So I'm just channeling. So just take the advice. I'm assuming that advice is what's being given. Okay, so what else? A lot of this initiative, in terms of different initiatives to take to put yourself on a more stable platform and level, you can't depend on anyone else to give that for you. It has to come from you. You have to do it for yourself. I saw a meme the other day where, believing that the government or whichever political party is in power is going to erase all your problems is like believing that a stripper in a club, because they know your name, it means they care about you. I don't know where that's coming in. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so they're saying it has to come from you. If you are trying to wait for the government to give you a handout or wait for their policy or wait for anything like that, you're wasting your time. It has to come from you. They're saying that that is the biggest advice that they could give you. It has to come from you. You can't, in terms of the justice card, you can't wait for them. You have to take the bull by the horns and do what's right for you. Use the system to your advantage. Study up on how to do it if you don't know. Ignorance is not an excuse anymore. Also, justice is a double-edged sword. That's what they're giving me. I don't know whether that's true or not, but that's just what I'm being told. So many times when economic policies are coming in to play, it's like a roll of the dice as to whether it's going to work for you or whether it's not. That's why they keep on saying, invest in yourself. Do what it is that brings you happiness, that brings you joy. Find out what that thing is. If you're not sure of your life purpose, you could do life purpose readings with me, but they're saying now is the time to start. Tap into what your innate abilities are, and now is the time to start it. Now is the time to have it take root. Even if you think the idea is absolutely ridiculous, they're saying start it. Because when you are in that energy vibration frequency of doing something that gives you joy, that gives you fulfillment, that's going to naturally attract more abundance to you. We are in a period where vibration frequency and the ability to create realities of our vibration frequency is more potent than it's ever been before. So another piece of advice they're giving is, if you were told, go to have a good grades in school, go to university, get a degree, get a job, sit on the job, build up your pension, then retire, they're just like, those old rules don't exist at the moment. All institutions are crumbling. And if institutions are crumbling, the rules that go along with it are also crumbling and not valid. So therefore, the rules don't exist, basically. And if you wanted to follow those rules, you would basically be leaking money. You'd be leaking money. It's like this, they're showing me, it's going to be a waste. Like if you just decided to be, sorry, it's their term, an airhead and follow the old establishment rules and old ways of doing things, and not really focus with this coin here. There are a lot of coins in this reading. Of course, it's a financial reading, and if you don't want to invest in yourself, if you want to put that to the back of your mind, if you want to put that behind you and not have it be in front of you, they're saying that is a sure way to leak energy. You've been warned, okay? Passion, have something that you're passionate about, have something that fires you up. Either you do it as your career or, okay, I'm not going to labor that point. I think we've said it enough. Okay, so what else could you say? What further advice is there? I'm going to go, they directed me to the latter part of 2025. And, okay. All messages in this reading are alleged until proven fact. They're showing me the stock market. There is something that's coming with the stock market, and they're telling me there's something about war. All right, so it could be that towards the end of 2025. Yeah, so King of Pentacles. So this is like, when they're showing me King of Pentacles here, like these are the people who work with money on a large scale, on a grand scale, the figureheads of it. So these are the owners of, well, not the owners, but people who are heavily invested in the stock market. There is something to do with the stock market that's coming through here. And it's coming up next to the 5 of Pentacles, and it's coming up next to the 7 of Pentacles also. So if anyone has anything in the stock market, they're giving me the phrase crash. So, and losing money and being disappointed with that loss of money. Whereas with some of you who are taking the advice that's being given and looking to perhaps save money, or however that looks like, that crash may be an opportunity to take advantage and make some investments. However, as I say that, it's not making investments in everything. There are some things with the crumbling of old institutions, as I said before, there's going to be some stocks and shares that it would not make sense to invest in. It will not be advised to invest in stocks and shares of the old institution, of the old worlds, of the old way. They may, unless you are playing the market and I don't know anything about stocks and shares, mind you, even though I studied banking, but I did that like years ago. They're talking to me about being short, like it's almost like day trading. So if you're buying something, let's say Monday, to then in 3 weeks time sell it or something like that and making short gains, perhaps you could do that. But like, because they're giving me pharmaceuticals and they're saying with pharmaceuticals, there is something that's going to happen with pharmaceuticals towards the middle, towards the end of 2025, going into 2026. There's something with pharmaceuticals that they're bringing me to there. And they're bringing through China as well. So that ace just jumped out, and it jumped out sideways. Okay, like this is random in an economy reading, but with this heart card, and it came through sideways, and I mentioned pharmaceuticals, so I'm going to go with this. Your health is your wealth. There is something about health and looking after health, cardiovascular health, health and well-being. I'm going to say this came through sideways. Whether there is something that is going to affect people's wealth, and I'm seeing physical activity here, physical activity and movement and freedom of movement, because we have the Hermit card that's coming through here as well, and then we also have the Three of Swords. So that's just, so if you have an existential shock or threat or something like that, so that may be coming down to the end of mid-2025 going into 2026. Okay. I'm going to put that sideways over here. And that is coming up next to the stock market as well. Also, sorry, they're bringing me back to homes again, because Four of Wands and traditional right away. Do you see this tent? That's your living, that's your, it's shelter, it's, So the advice here with this coming through sideways, and especially with the heart, they're bringing me back to the basics of having a roof over your head, taking care of your health, and so on. They're advising in this period when we're looking at the economy, it's not just your career, but it's also your physical, mental, emotional well-being and stability that's going to be important. It's come through sideways over the Five of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, where we were talking about the stock market, and I'm seeing the term crash, and I'm also seeing about home ownership as well. So those of you, whatever you need to do with your home, whether you're fixing up your home, whether you may want to sell and downsize, if you know that your mortgage is perhaps a bit too high, that it's uncomfortable and you're feeling a bit stretched, is there a way to renegotiate that? What do you need to do about that? Do you know what I mean? You have to know what it is you need to do around that, okay? Okay, so let's go more into, so this is in 2025, early 2026, mid-2025, early 2026 is what we're looking at. Anything else? We are picking up on rest, meaning rest of world is going to start making a move. They may want to start making a power play. How successful they are or not, I am not sure, but that's something I'm picking up on. So basically on the world stage, there is going to be a sense of instability also. And again, notice I said sense of instability, and we have, but as long as you stay shielded, you stay grounded, you trust your inner instinct, you trust your inner core, that is going, notice the bubble around her, that's going to shield you. They're not going to be able to get at you. And again, as I see this bubble, and I'm talking about various worlds, like as we split off into different energy vibration frequencies, no, sorry, as we split out into different worlds based on our vibration frequency, this will impact how things influence you, and the ability of these wands to attack you is going to be based on your energy vibration frequency. So if there's one thing you take away from this as well, is ensuring that you're keeping that vibration frequency high. How am I doing for time? 27. Do I have... Some of you guys may be moving, some of you guys may be traveling, some of you guys may take, if you are feeling called to sort of crumple up your current life, throw it away, start over again in a way that's very in tuned to you. So that's travel is coming up, moving to another part of the world. It could be moving country, it could be moving state, it could be moving house, whatever it is. Now is the time to at least plan for those changes and to make those changes when it suits you. Your vibration frequency is going to be very important. Okay, so let's see for the UK. I wanted to have specific messages for the UK. What's happening with us? What's happening with Kier Starmer? Specific messages for the UK. 10 of Wands. We have over in the UK, Devil, some hard times coming up. It's going to be very tempting notice that misery and despair and so on. It's going to be very tempting to fall into that for people in the UK. Very tempting. Very tempting. What's this Page of Wands? Hang on. Let me just get this Page of Wands. Okay, so with this Page of Wands, life is going to favor the bold. Life is going to favor the ability of someone to just take risks and put themselves out there. Now, as I'm saying that, what my guides are saying to me is that deep within your soul, deep within your core, everyone knows what it is that they can do but would make them vulnerable, right? It's as if you're being advised to throw, I don't want to say throw caution to the wind because that could be misinterpreted. Right, thank you. Yeah, you're being advised to, with this Devil card next to the Page of Wands, always strive to be your best self. Always strive to be your better self. Always strive to, in your tonal vibration, to be upbeat regarding the situation. You are not defined. You cannot be controlled by the material things in your environment. This is like a spiritual energy. This is wands. This talks about passion. This talks about your vibration. With a lot of this reading, we're either getting pentacles or we're getting wands. So with wands talks about passion, it talks about fire, it talks about your vibration frequency. Pentacles talks about your ability to create and manifest in this reality. And we haven't really seen much cups with the exception of that Ace of Cups. And and just a few swords. So clearly, like your energy vibration over this period is going to be key. Whatever activities you need to do to ensure that you are keeping your energy vibration high, changing your mental mindset, expanding your perspective, physical activity and energy, doing things that are passionate for you. I'm hearing a lot of sirens going past, looking after your health, because they're giving me ambulance sounds, like looking after your health. Your health is your wealth. A lot of these things would ensure that you're connected and grounded to your inner self, your inner truth, so that a lot of what's going on in your environment can't even touch you. Again, this is what I'm saying. A lot of you in this period, it's interesting, and I think I'm going to end the reading on this. it's as if, like, over here in the UK, they're talking to me about the NHS, and apparently there's a lot of stuff going on with the NHS. I'm not sure whether there may be a proposal to privatize the NHS, although I'm seeing a lot of that happening at the moment. With Labour, like, Labour is not about, they're about nationalizing. So but there is something with the NHS, and there's something about healthcare that's coming through in this period, which is going to be a huge shock to people. We have to wait and see. There is also a huge shock coming with council tax. And council tax, well, we know council tax always increases, but there is some policy that they're going to put in with council tax that's really going to make people like go, oh my gosh. So there's something coming there. There is also expect the increase in indirect taxes. So we know we have the national insurance contributions that are going up, blah, 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 blah. We have all of that. But it's like there are indirect taxes that are also going to be increasing as well, which are going to take people by surprise. So a lot of this squeezing and a lot of this pinching that we're getting with the devil energy to put us in fear, to hang our heads down, to control us. A lot of that, people are just going to say, no, no more. I am just not going to allow this to control me. I'm not going to allow this to keep me down. And it's as if when a lot of people make that perception switch, that is where that awakening and that magic is going to happen for you. Like, again, this is a general reading. I've given look and been able to take action. It's like a lot of things are going to be able to start coming in for you. That just puts you on a completely different plane. This is spiritual health, is mental health, is emotional health, awareness, vibration, frequency increasing, so that in this economic downturn or whatever, suppression is the word that they're giving me. Is there such a thing as economic suppression? It's not depression. It's some other term. It's not a depression. Or perhaps it is a depression. SSION, it's that's what I'm getting. But you could still find a way to thrive within it. And it's interesting getting the sun next to the devil, next to the Eight of Wands, and getting people giving you money. This is about community, and it's about helping each other. It's about being there for each other, to raise each other up. Community is also going to start becoming increasingly important, where you align with people who have or share similar vibration frequencies to you. That's also going to be important as well. Okay. Avoid substances and so on that interfere, like alcohol or overindulgences that interfere with your vibration frequency. Avoid that. Yeah, death card. A lot of old establishments and ways of being are crumbling before our eyes. It's going to accelerate over the latter part of we've already started seeing it now. Hollywood is collapsing. Black entertainment is collapsing. We talked about the collapse of black entertainment in our reading at the start of this year. But we're going to witness the collapse of a number of other institutions. They're giving me the collapse of health industry. Healthcare is going to collapse. You know, in that certain things that people told us about what a balanced diet is, about if you have this, it means that. People are going to become aware that the best healthcare is preventative healthcare. You know, so in terms of death, that's how old institutions are going to start falling away. There's going to be a rise in people looking towards spirituality or perhaps religion, or people looking inwards towards themselves to connect with their inner self, which is also spirituality. And that's been a common theme in this reading. There's going to be a lot of focus on that, and that's going to help expand people's awareness and perception. So there's a collective elevation that's going to be accelerating. And mind you, as I said before, in 26, 27, that's where we're going to start getting, ETs visiting us and making themselves aware. So, you know, it's all in preparation for that. You know, the world we know it is going to completely transform. Okay. I've gone on long enough. I could go on forever, but I'm going to leave it there. There's only so much I could say in this reading, and to an extent, I'm repeating myself. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in future readings. Bye.